What's good, y'all? FISK Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the FISK. You know why you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Listen, Daniel Jones is the most important player in the history of this franchise. Okay, let's call it what it is. The franchise is in his hands. We live and die with his play. When he was 100% healthy, we won a 4-game winning streak, scoring 20 or more points. We was doing our thing when Daniel Jones was healthy. And then he got hurt, and the season's been trash ever since. We have not been the same since that Bengal game. We ain't been the same. This offense been trash since he got hurt in that Bengal game. Now, what makes me nervous about Daniel Jones is two things. Number one, I'm not sure Gettleman will ever get him the help he needs to develop into the quarterback that he should be. And number two, he seems like he's a little injury prone. Now, my thing is this with Daniel Jones. I would prefer, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't like the fact that he's been playing. I don't like it. Because I feel like two things have happened. Number one, he's hurt the team by not being 100%. He shouldn't have played versus Arizona. He shouldn't have. Bottom line, he shouldn't have played versus Arizona. And now, I look at comments that he made today, which Joe Judge is going to flip out when he finds out. I'm sure he already cursed Daniel Jones out about it. But Daniel Jones goes out and says, I can't run around like I used to. I'm trying to adjust the way I play and play from the pocket. The reason why I get nervous is because I'm a firm believer in if the kid ain't healthy 100%, don't put him out there at all. I don't want him to end up like RG3. Remember RG3 rushed back? Remember he was having one of the greatest rookie seasons of all time, and he got hurt versus Lodi Nada, and then he rushed back because he wanted to play that playoff game. So he rushed back, and RG3 tore his ACL on a routine scramble. He tore his ACL. I think he was dry. He was up 2 touchdowns on the LOB. Russell, that's how good rookie RG3 was. He was up 2 touchdowns on the Seattle and Washington when he tore his ACL. That kid tore his ACL on a routine scramble and play, and we ain't seen nor heard from RG3 since. Because he was playing hurt. He was overcompensating, and it gave out on him. So when it comes to Daniel Jones' hamstring, when I found out he sprained his ankle on the other leg, because I'm like, that's because he's overcompensating. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, hamstring, ankle, all it takes is for him to move the wrong way or get fell on the wrong way because he can't move the way he used to move or protect himself the way he used to protect himself. And he's RG3. Now, I know that's a stretch because, Daniel Jones, I feel like if he was to ever lose his mobility, he's good enough to play from the pocket. I get it. But the point I'm trying to make to you is some of these guys are never the same after having these surgeries. Some of them are just never the same. So, look, Daniel Jones is playing Sunday. I'm not saying don't play on Sunday, whatever. All I'm saying is, can we just be careful? Just be careful, Danny. Please be careful. I honestly think you should have set the Arizona game and probably the Cleveland game too. You know what I'm saying? Even though you set the Cleveland game, but it felt like what I'm trying to say is this. Even though he sat versus Cleveland, I feel like you had to start your rehab over again because you play versus Arizona. So instead of having 3 solid weeks of rest because he didn't play versus the Seahawks, instead of having 3 solid weeks to rest his hamstring, he plays versus Arizona and fucks up his ankle. You'll get what I'm saying? So now, instead of just rehabbing hamstring, when he sits versus Cleveland, he got to rehab an ankle too. And then he comes out versus Baltimore, and it's like he did the best he could. Daniel Jones is probably the toughest quarterback in the league. He takes hits, and it doesn't affect the way he plays. You see the way Carson Wentz, the minute you hit him, he sucks the rest of the game. He can't take a hit. Daniel Jones can take a hit, but what I'm saying is this, Giants fans, We got to protect the bank. Daniel Jones is the bank. All of our hopes, our dreams, our fandom is inside the Daniel Jones bank. We got to protect him, because if something happens to him, we're done. And this is not a reality that Giants fans are used to, because we had Eli Manning. The only good thing about Eli Manning was he shows up in playoff games and he's never hurt. Daniel Jones has been hurt twice in December. 2 straight Decembers this kid has been hurt. Now, I'm of the thinking that maybe he need to call Tom Brady and get him that TB12 diet. Alright, Danny, we don't need you lifting weights with Saquon in the offseason. We don't need you out here training like a Super Saiyan, Danny. We need you out here drinking avocado smoothies and doing pliability shit with Tom Brady. Alright, because damn it, if elasticity or whatever Tom Brady be preaching, he about to be 45, throwing 35 touchdowns or 4,000 yards. You feel me? So whatever Danny got to do to be more healthy, more durable, he needs to do that. But when he comes out and he says he's still not 100%, he hurt himself like 5 weeks ago. He's still not 100%. It just bothers me. It bothers me. It irks me. Because I honestly feel like this is the biggest mistake Joe Judge made, was how he kept letting Daniel Jones play. That dude, Julio Jones, hurt his hamstring. I ain't heard from him since. Julio Jones hurt his hamstring like week 12. I have not seen or heard from Julio Jones since. We in week 17. I ain't seen Julio Jones in 5 weeks. But yet Daniel Jones about to play his 3rd game since hurting his hamstring. So it's just like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, but I'm nervous. All I'm saying is I'm nervous. I worry for the kid's health, because he's all we got, Giants fans. Whether you hate him or love him, he's all we got. And we got to build around him for the future. And most importantly, we have to make sure he's healthy this year. Because what if we make the playoffs? What if we beat Dallas? Jalen Hurts beats Washington. He's going to go on a playoff run. He's still got to be healthy. You feel me? So, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. But that's it. That's all. Subscribe to the unit if you rockin' with me. My name is FISK Vegas, and I approve this message.